Hello everyone and welcome to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. Thank you for joining me today. In this video, we are going to explore a story that is both emotional and unsettling, a personal memory from one of Turkey's most beloved actors, Ulusoy. Most of us know Ade from his roles in widely acclaimed television dramas, his powerful presence on screen, and his striking modeling past. But very few people know about the tragic incident that marked a turning point in his life, an incident so impactful that it led him to seek therapy and ultimately develop a deep interest in psychology. What happened wasn't a scripted scene or a dramatic twist in a series. It was something that took place behind the scenes in real life during the filming of a show, and it left a permanent scar on Ade's memory. But before we get into the details of that day, let us take a moment to talk about who Ulusoy really is beyond the roles he plays. From the outside, he seems to have it all: good looks, fame, charm, and an impressive career. He started as a model, working humble jobs like making toast in a local cafe before breaking into acting. His role in the series Adnan Ferha Koydum launched him into stardom, and ever since, he's been a household name in Turkish entertainment. However, fame doesn't shield anyone from pain or fear, and behind the confident, polished image, there's a man who's experienced loss, grief, and trauma like anyone else. It was during the shooting of a particularly emotional scene, a funeral scene, that things took a dark and very real turn. Imagine filming a scene in a real cemetery, surrounded by tombstones, silence, and the weight of the storyline. That's already intense. But on that day, something terrifying happened. As the cameras rolled, a crew member suddenly collapsed near the set. At first, many thought it might be part of the scene or a sudden fainting episode, but within minutes, it became clear that this was something far more serious. The man had suffered a heart attack, and despite attempts to help him, he tragically passed away right there during filming. Ate and the entire team were in shock. The set, once full of professional energy, was overtaken by panic, confusion, and a deep, chilling silence. The fact that the scene was already dealing with death and then real death occurred at that very moment made the experience all the more traumatic. The man who passed away was the camper driver, a quiet and friendly presence on set, known by everyone. Later that day, when they found him unresponsive, his body already showing signs of bruising, the reality hit hard. For Ade, who had already been emotionally affected by the scene, this event was overwhelming. He later shared in a closed interview that it was one of the worst days of his life, not only because of the loss itself, but because of the way it unfolded right in the middle of acting out a death that suddenly became real. Many members of the crew were emotionally shaken, some actors cried, and even days later, the feeling of unease lingered. Among those who rushed to support Ate during this time was Hazel Kaya, a close friend and former co-star. Their bond goes way back. The two rose to fame together, and fans have always speculated about their off-screen closeness. While they've never confirmed anything beyond friendship, moments like these reveal just how deeply they care for one another. Hazel, in fact, is no stranger to near-death experiences herself. In a past interview, she bravely spoke about a serious traffic accident she had survived. She described the fear, the chaos, and how she felt she had come back from the edge. It gave her a new perspective on life and made her even more grounded than she already was. According to people close to her, Hazel immediately reached out to Ade upon hearing what happened on set. She reportedly visited him, comforted him, and encouraged him to talk about what he was feeling, something that eventually led Ade to begin speaking with a psychologist. It was the beginning of a different kind of healing, a process of self-reflection, emotional honesty, and learning how to cope with trauma in a healthy way. Over time, Ade grew deeply interested in psychology, and sources say that he even took private lessons to understand more about the human mind and emotional resilience. This experience, though tragic, taught him a lot about life, about death, and about the importance of emotional support. He later shared that mental health is something he takes very seriously now, not just for himself but for the people around him. And for many fans, this story adds a whole new layer to who Ulusoy is. Not just an actor, not just a handsome face on screen, but a human being who has seen pain, who has faced trauma, and who chose to grow from it instead of hiding behind his fame. It's also a reminder that the world of entertainment isn't all glamour and lights. Behind every scene is a crew of people working long hours, often dealing with stress, fatigue, and the emotional toll of intense storytelling. What happened that day was a painful reminder of how fragile life really is. As for Ade, he has continued his career with even more depth and maturity. Fans often say they feel more emotion in his recent performances, and perhaps now we understand why. If you've ever watched a scene and thought, that felt real, maybe it's because, for actors like Ade, it is. Every tear, every pause, every expression is sometimes drawn from real memories, real losses, and real healing. Before we end this video, I want to ask you something. Would you like to see Hazel Kaya and Ade Ulusoy work together again? Do you think their shared past and emotional connection would bring something truly special to the screen? Let me know in the comments. And if this video gave you something to think about, if it moved you or helped you understand the human side of celebrity just a little better, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world to me. Also, don't forget to hit the bell to get notified when I upload new videos, especially if you enjoy emotional and true stories from the world of Turkish entertainment. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe, take care of your heart, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.